GamingBolt presents 15 open-world games with the best side missions. Open-world games throughout the years have expanded far beyond one's expectations. If they're not packing in all kinds of different activities or dynamic occurrences, then you have a fairly large campaign to get through as well. What keeps players coming back? The side missions, of course, and they can often make the difference between a solid open-world game and an all-time classic. Let's take a look at 15 open-world games with the best side missions. LA Noire. Rockstar's open-world detective story distinguished itself from GTA with its investigation mechanics. These were manifested in the unassigned cases, which came in 4 main categories: arson, vice, traffic, and homicide. Some of these cases are straightforward, like fighting enemies armed with rifles while trying to save an officer taken hostage, while others are pretty fresh, like negotiating with a potential jumper. Saints Row III. The side missions in Saints Row III might not have been as great as the campaign, but they pioneered the insanity that would make the franchise so incredible. Cyber Blazing, for instance, takes you on a light cycle race, much like Tron. Professor Genki's super ethical reality climax has you taking part in a series of game show challenges escalating in degrees of murder. Even the more traditional missions like destroying property or escorting NPCs are turned upside down by throwing in tanks and tigers. If you're really bored, go take a stronghold or 2 in the meantime, why don't you? Borderlands 2. Though more of a loot shooter than anything else, Borderlands 2 packed in a ton of different side missions to keep players occupied while learning more about the world. The best part is that each mission has some manner of hilarity to it, whether you were starting a gang war or taking part in a Top Gun themed revenge mission, or finding various forms for a robot that wants to be human but keeps attacking you in each new body. Just Cause 2. Blowing up stuff in Just Cause 2 never gets old. When it does, there are 3 factions with different side missions for you to embark on. One such mission has you destroying an offshore oil rig, while another sees you broadcasting a pirate radio transmission against the corrupt politicians in Panau. Taking over strongholds unlocks more missions for both factions and the agency, and it's possible to partake in races, challenges, and much more. Saints Row 4. The insanity quotient really flew off the rails with Saints Row 4, but still provided some awesome entertainment in its side missions. Players can embark on loyalty missions to further bond with their teammates, and this led to awesome missions like a Metal Gear Solid ripoff with Aisha, hanging out with dual Shandis, or murdering zombies with Matt. You can also run around collecting code fragments to upgrade your powers, unlocking towers, and partaking in the usual crazy activities that made this series famous. Far Cry 3. Though Far Cry 2 expanded the series' open-world possibilities, it was Far Cry 3 that really sold us on the premise. Players could take up side missions to hunt animals and craft new upgrades, or partake in races through the crazy world. If clearing camps and fixing radio towers wasn't a good enough diversion, like rescuing a supposedly suicidal couple or photographing dead enemies, provide some much-needed, at times incredibly morbid, entertainment. Assassin's Creed 4. Black Flag. The pirate-heavy adventure threw in a number of awesome wrenches into the Assassin's Creed franchise. Players could assault forts, transitioning from fleet combat to full-blown sieges, or dive underwater to look for hidden treasures while avoiding jaws like your life depended on it. Maybe you wanted to explore the world and seek out ancient ruins for upgrades? Regardless, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag offered a large world to explore with enough variety to last you a while. Or at least until next year when Assassin's Creed Unity came out and destroyed the franchise's credibility. World of Warcraft. Putting any MMORPG on an open-world games list is probably cheating, especially with the sheer amount of side content that they can feature. Nonetheless, Blizzard's witty writing and intriguing quest structure ensures fans always come back for more. Take Maximilian of Northshire, who follows a twisted knight's logic, like pushing a woman down a hill to save her from the height. Or Welcome to the Machine, which has you as the quest giver, doling out missions to NPCs who grow ungrateful and at times necessitate killing which you cannot perform. WoW may have its climactic battles and quests relating to various professions, exploration and whatnot, but it has more than its share of clever gems throughout. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. We know, Grand Theft Auto 3 really kickstarted the whole open-world genre, even if it wasn't the first of its kind, and Vice City only refined it further. But it was Grand Theft Auto San Andreas that went above and beyond expectations with its vast array of side missions. Enter a gym and beat the tar out of an opponent to learn new attacks, undertake vigilante missions to help the cops, become a firefighter, or partake in stadium events on your dirt bike. The amount of choice was overwhelming for its time. The Elder Scrolls V: Skyrim. Once thought of as the gold standard for open-world games, The Elder Scrolls V: Skyrim still sports an impressive amount of content, particularly with its side quests. If you're not content to explore the world and unlock different boons for your character, you can hunt assassins, take part in an attempted ship robbery, or solve the mystery of the Pale Lady. There are also dragons to hunt, souls to be consumed, and impressive sprawling cities to discover all throughout. The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. The Wind Waker may be more side quest heavy, but The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess offered an excellent balance between side quests and storytelling. Like other Zelda games, you could go around collecting Poes, golden bugs, heart containers, and whatnot. You could also fish, complete archery challenges, explore secret caves, open Malo Mart, and so on. Wind Waker may have more, but Twilight Princess arguably features better quality side quests. The Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion. Seriously, if you haven't played The Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion, then you're missing out. The open world title features some of Bethesda's coolest quests, including entering a magical painting, investigating an art thief, battling thieves on the high seas, entering a dream world with varying tests to save an unfortunate slumbering soul, and collecting crystallized tears from a knight named Garridan. It may not be the most visually appealing, but Oblivion's quests are incredibly unique. Fallout 4. Though it receives plenty of flack for not being a real Fallout game, yes, I hear your deep as a puddle, wide as an ocean analogies, and I do not care, Fallout 4 still features a ton of amazing side missions. Where else would you get the experience that Dunwich Borers offers, or explore the messed up experiments of Hallucinogen Incorporated? Keeping true to tradition, Fallout 4 also features a number of expertly crafted dungeons housing diabolical secrets, such as the dungeon beneath the quaint garage that seemingly belonged to Jigsaw. Grand Theft Auto 5. Aside from its incredibly expansive online component, Grand Theft Auto 5 threw a number of different side missions at players. One minute you could be stealing cars, the next you're teaming up with a paparazzo named Beverly to capture some juicy photographs. Maybe you'll come across Mary Ann, an overly zealous and ambitious career woman who wants to beat you in fitness challenges. Or maybe you'll take a bad trip thanks to an annoying weed activist. GTA 5 has all this and more for adventurous young players who hopefully bought the game with their parents' permission. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. You didn't think we forgot about this, did you? Come on, you were scrolling through the whole thing looking for this, weren't you? Anyway, of the many games on this list, CD Projekt Red's The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt has perhaps some of the more memorable side missions in open world gaming. And no, we don't mean that one where you recover some lady's frying pan. Venture to a haunted tower to solve the mystery of its dead tenant. Get drunk and lure out a vile creature that's been feeding on the population. That's not including all the treasure hunts, monster nests, horse races, and other contracts that you can partake in for the base game.
Like this video? Why not give us a like and subscribe? We try and upload amazing videos almost every single day. Thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you on the next one.